It's Tuesday and you're watching The Big Story, where we'll discuss the top news of today and explain why it matters. I'm Dylan Ang, coming to you live from the Straits Times newsroom. Singapore is one of the most well-fed nations in the world, according to a recent study. The Republic topped the Global Food Security Index for the second year running. The Global Index analysed 113 countries across three categories, namely how affordable food is, whether people have physical access to food, and how safe and nutritious the available food is. Singapore is the only Asian country to make it to the top 20 on the list. People on the streets tell the Straits Times that topping the index comes as no surprise and that there are diverse food options for different budgets.
The fact that we are able to be in the top despite us being a tiny country makes it something to be proud of.
Singapore food very safe. We are very safe to take any food, even a hawker center, compared to Hong Kong, US and Europe. I think we're very much cheaper.
That's not too surprising because Singapore has a lot of financial means, so it's able to get some of the top produce from the neighboring country.
A bit expensive. If I'm not working, I will cook at home.
In terms of the coffee shops, $2.50, $3. I understand the rising cost, but I think we're still quite affordable, and it depends on what kind of lifestyle we want to live.
In terms of food security, Singapore's strategy is to import food from various sources. In 2018, the Republic imported food from 180 countries, up from 140 countries in 2004. To further secure Singapore's food supplies and bolster self-sufficiency, the Republic intends to increase local production of food, said Singapore Food Agency Chairman Mr. Lim Chuan Po. In fact, Singaporeans on the streets also noted that food security should not be taken for granted and that more can be done to educate citizens.
Actually, it's not so much the security that I'm concerned about, but I think because there is somewhat a lack of appreciation for what it takes to produce that food. I think what I would like to suggest is, be it schools, neighborhoods, communities, take a greater interest in edible gardening. That will have precious lessons for us all.
For more on the Global Food Security Index and what the nation is doing to keep our food supplies safe, do head on to our website, straitstimes.com.